Hey there, folks. Have you ever heard about one of China's creepiest urban legends? The mysterious case of Bus 375? If not, buckle up, because this one is as weird as it is unsettling. It all began one cold night in November 1995 in Beijing. A bus, specifically Bus 375, left the Wanmingyuan terminal, heading towards the fragrant hills. Now, here's the thing. It was the last bus of the night, and you know what they say about the last bus. Sometimes it carries more than just passengers. The bus started its route just like any other night. Passengers came and went. But somewhere along the way, at one of the darker stops, something strange happened. Two men, dressed in ancient Qing dynasty robes, boarded the bus, dragging along a third man who seemed, well, unconscious or maybe worse. But what really made the other passengers uneasy wasn't the way they looked. It was the fact that they didn't have feet. Yup, no feet, just floating. Now, you'd think everyone would jump off right then. But nope, no one said a word. Maybe it was fear. Maybe they thought, okay, it's late, I'm tired, I must be imagining things. Who knows? Now, among the passengers was an old woman, sitting quietly by herself. She kept glancing at those strange men, her face getting more and more uneasy. Something wasn't right, and she could feel it. Suddenly, without warning, the old woman picked a fight with a young man sitting next to her. She accused him of stealing her wallet, causing quite the commotion. The young man was confused, completely caught off guard. But before he could even defend himself, the old woman grabbed his arm and said, "That's it. You're getting off with me right now." And just like that, she dragged him off the bus at the next stop. Once they were off the bus, the young man turned to the old woman and demanded an explanation. That's when she looked him dead in the eyes and said something that would chill anyone to the bone. Those men were not human. And just like that, the bus drove off into the night, disappearing into the darkness. The next morning, word spread fast. Bus 375 never made it to its final stop. It had vanished without a trace. The driver, the conductor, and all the passengers, gone. For days, police searched for any sign of the missing bus. And then, they found it. It was discovered in a reservoir, far from its original route. The bus looked abandoned, as if it had been sitting there for days. But the real twist, inside the bus were three decomposed bodies: the driver, the conductor, and one of the strange men in Qing robes. Now, here's where it gets even weirder. The fuel tank of the bus wasn't filled with gasoline. It was filled with blood. Despite police investigations, nobody ever figured out how the bus ended up in the reservoir, or how those bodies decomposed so quickly. Even more bizarre, the CCTV footage from that night showed nothing out of the ordinary. To this day, no one knows what really happened to Bus 375. Some say it was a supernatural encounter, while others believe it's just a clever urban legend. But here's the thing. Urban legends often have a kernel of truth, right? So, the next time you're in Beijing and thinking about taking the last bus home, maybe consider walking instead. What do you think? Was this just a creepy bedtime story? Or could something paranormal have really happened that night? I'd love to hear your theories, so drop them in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that'll send chills down your spine. P.S. If you do ever see a bus with passengers in Qing Dynasty robes, my advice? Just let that one pass.